Welcome to day 25 of FortiGate Firewall series. Guys, in the last class in day 24, we had discussed central NAT configuration on FortiGate Firewall, where my all LAN users was able to access internet through single WAN interface IP address. And in today's class in day 25, we are going to understand destination NAT with central NAT configuration on FortiGate Firewall. Here you can see in my topology, I have added one new server in LAN. This server can be in DMG as well, right? You can add server in DMG as well, and configuration is going to be exactly same. Today my requirement is all outside users, internet users should be able to access this internal server through public IP address. Here you can see my public subnet, which is running between FortiGate Firewall and internet, is 1.1.1.0/24. Actually, concept is even same, which we have discussed in policy based destination NAT. Right, I am going to use any one IP address from this public subnet for this server. Through that public IP address, all outside users, internet users, will access my internal server. You know the meaning of destination NAT. Destination NAT means FortiGate Firewall is going to translate destination. So for an example, my public IP address for this server is 1.1.1.1.10, right? So whenever someone is going to browse this public IP address from the internet, my FortiGate Firewall should translate the public IP address into private IP address, which is 10.1.1.50, which is the IP address of my internal server. Here you can see we have one user on the internet who is using this IP address 101.1.1.1. If this user is going to initiate any traffic for this public IP address 1.1.1.10, then source IP will be 101.1.1.1, the public IP address of internet user. Destination IP address will be 1.1.10, 1.1.10, 1.1.1.10, right? Outside user means internet user is going to forward this traffic to internet will forward it to FortiGate Firewall, and when FortiGate Firewall will receive it on their WAN port, it is going to translate destination IP address, right? Source will be same 101.1.1.1, but destination will be translated from 1.1.10 to 10.1.1.50, which is my internal server IP address, and after that FortiGate Firewall will forward it to router, then router is going to forward it to server. So let's see the destination NAT with central NAT configuration on FortiGate Firewall. Here you can see this topology is the previous topology which we had configured in last class. Just I have added one new server here, and I have already configured the IP address on this server. Let me show you that first. So IP interface brief you can see IP address on G0/0 interface is 10.1.1.50. If I will like ping internet, ping 8.8.8, then let me see ping is working or not. You can see ping is working, right? All internal users are able to access internet through central NAT. You already know this. Even if I will access any PC, and from the PC, if I am going to ping internet, you can see 8.8.8 is reachable. From CMD, you can see ping is working, right? Because of my central NAT configuration. Here on FortiGate Firewall, I can show you the central NAT configuration as well. Here you can see, go to firewall policy, and in the firewall policy, like policy and object, you can see we have central, source NAT, and firewall policy. Here I had created one firewall policy to allow traffic from inside to outside, but you can see inside this policy it is using central NAT, right, for the NAT rule. And here is my central NAT rules, right? I have only one rule, right? And here you can see the destination NAT and virtual IP configuration. But if you will create one destination NAT or virtual IP for destination NAT, it will not work by default. right? Because you need to enable one more option. I am going to show you that in this video. Okay, so right now I am going to create one destination NAT and virtual IP pool, right, based on my requirement. Let me say auth or DNAT, destination NAT interface is going to be outside interface. You can define port number 3 here, or you can keep it as it is. External IP address, my public IP address 1.1.1.10, right? Right now this IP address is not configured anywhere and no one can ping this IP address. Even if I will access this internet user PC and if I will try to ping this public IP address, then it will not work, right? See, ping and 1.1.1.10. So you can see ping is not working, right? If I will ping 1.1.1, then maybe I can ping, because this is the IP address running on FortiGate WAN interface, right? So it is reachable, but 1.1.10 is not reachable. Let me take you to FortiGate Firewall again. This is my public IP address, and I'm going to map this public IP address with private IP address, which is 10.1.1.50. So 10.1.1.50. If you want to configure port forwarding, you can enable port forwarding. We have already covered port forwarding in previous videos, right? So I'm going to keep it disabled for today, and let's say okay. Now if you will create firewall policy here, one firewall policy is required to allow outside traffic to enter in inside, right? For that, let me create one firewall policy. And firewall policy is, let's suppose, out to in, right, or outside to inside. Incoming interface, so traffic will hit on port number 3 on WAN port 3. Outgoing interface is going to be my LAN interface port 1. Then source is going to be any, because users are going to generate traffic from the internet. I don't know about source. And destination, in the destination you can't find the virtual IP, destination NAT and virtual IP. Here you can see I'm not able to see that, right? I can't find that. Okay, even from here also you can create the virtual IP and server. Here you can see the option, but it will not show in the destination. So don't worry, just use destination any here, or you can create the address group. Here I am creating an address group for server, and IP address of server is 10.1.1.50 slash 32, let's suppose. Okay, and interface no need to define, just say okay. And here I am going to use this server IP address as a destination, right? Schedule always service any and X and accept. Okay, X and accept and everything okay, fine. All session for logs, say okay. And now if you will try to access your public IP address, like your internal server through public IP address, here if I'm going to ping 1.1.1.10, then you can see now ping started working, right? If you are thinking, Praful, really I am pinging to this server only, so you can do one thing. From here you can telnet, just say telnet and IP address 1.1.1.10. Telnet is not recognized here. We cannot telnet like this. I have to open putty, and before that make sure telnet is enabled on this server. So let me take you to the server and let me enable telnet line VTY 024 transport input telnet, password Cisco, login, and you can configure enable password as well, enable password Cisco. Done. Now let me take you to the internet user PC, and here I am going to telnet. Click on telnet. IP address is 1.1.1.10, right? And port number 23, that is fine. Say okay, and now you can see it is asking for username. Username is admin, sorry, it is asking for password directly, right? Because I said login underline v2i. I didn't say login local. If you will say login local, it will ask you for username and password both. So my password is Cisco. Let enter, and you can see I got the access to this server, right? That means my destination NAT is working fine. And here on FortiGate Firewall, if you will go to system and under system, go to setting, and under setting here make sure central NAT is enabled. Here you can see central NAT is enabled. If I will disable the central NAT, then it is not going to work. So central NAT is enabled here. That's why it is working. Apply. Okay. And all the LAN users are able to access internet. You can see at the same time internet users are able to access my internal server, right? Telnet. Even you can open the browser, any browser, and you can type the public IP address, which is 1.1.1.10, right? You can see it is asking for login credential, username admin, password Cisco. I can access the router, my server, right? So destination NAT is working fine, and this is destination NAT with central NAT. Here again I have not configured NAT inside the policy. If you are thinking, Praful, show me the policy, you have enabled NAT inside the policy. So no guys, for NAT we have a dedicated table, right? Dedicated table is there. Under central NAT you can see we have one entry, right? And under virtual IP we have one entry, and under firewall policy, you can see ought to in policy, it is NAT is like central NAT is handling the NAT rules, right? Here I didn't enable any NAT, and it is working fine. If I will delete this rule like DNAT and virtual IP address, if I will delete this for a moment, or if I will disable this rule for a minute, disable it, and now if I will try to access internal server from here, then you can see it is stuck, right? Now it's not working. Here in the CMD, if you will ping again, then you can see now ping is not working, right? So destination NAT is happening with central NAT only, right? As soon as again I will enable this entry, say set a status enable, you will see ping will start working. Now here again if you are going to ping, you can see ping is working. Even on FortiGate Firewall we can check the sessions. In session you can see this user is generating the traffic with IP address 101.1.1.1, which is internet user, and destination IP address is 1.1.1.10, and FortiGate Firewall is forwarding it to my internal server. Even you can check the logs. Here you can see the traffic coming from outside for this destination, right? And it is matched in this policy or to in policy. Okay, so hope it is clear. Similarly you can also configure the port forwarding, right? If you have multiple servers in the DMG, and you want like whenever outside user is going to browse this public IP address on port number 80, then it should be translated into this private IP address or that private IP address. You can do that exactly like we configured port forwarding in our previous videos. That's all for today guys, and this is all about NAT. We have covered all types of NATs on FortiGate Firewall, and hope it is clear to you. If this video was helpful for you, please hit on like button. If you have any question, concern, please let me know in the comment section. We'll meet soon in next video. Till then, stay safe. Bye bye. That's all for today.